What's louder than a Marshall cranked to 11? The silence when something breaks. That legendary Marshall growl? It doesn't start with tubes or speakers. It starts with plywood. 1962, London drum teacher Jim Marshall gets sick of weak American amps. Says, you know what? I'll build you something that actually rocks. Pete Townshend wants it 8 feet tall. That same obsession still drives every cut in this factory today. 28 pounds of materials becomes 2,000 pounds of legend. One speck of dust ruins the whole thing. You're about to see how they turn rebellion into pure psychology. Here's Marshall's secret. Beech plywood beats fancy exotic woods every time. They chose function over flash. It's strong, it's quiet, and it won't rattle. Just solid structure that holds tone for decades. CNC machines cut finger-jointed panels. Think tongue and groove, but built for touring. Every cut's gotta be perfect. Then they hit it with glue, clamp it down, and heat press it to lock in that resonance. 3 rounds of hand sanding, coarse, medium, fine. Here's the thing. One tiny dust speck under that Tolex creates a bubble the size of a quarter. Game over. Some of these builders, 30 years of experience. They're not just making gear, they're building legends. Guitar amps and pizza ovens have one thing in common: heat. Before that black Tolex goes on, they actually bake the wood. Makes the glue stick like crazy. Heat-activated glue goes on both the cabinet and the Tolex. Miss your timing? You've got maybe seconds to line it up right. No bubbles, no wrinkles, no second chances. Wrapping a 4x12 takes serious skill. These guys make it look easy. Gold beading, white piping, all cut by hand. Marshall DNA. The press that builds Marshall chassis? So loud it actually shook the studio next door. Raw steel goes in cold, comes out as precision metalwork. The electronic brain gets built in under 3 hours. 40% machines, 60% human hands. Why? Because tone doesn't mess around. Then molten solder at 750 degrees washes over every connection in one perfect wave. When the chassis meets the cabinet, everything's gotta line up perfectly. One loose connection, dead amp, dead tour. Testing's old school. Real guitar, real volume. If it hums, buzzes, or sounds off, back to the workbench. No shortcuts when you're chasing tone that makes crowds lose their minds. This room blocks 96.4% of outside sound. Even the silence is engineered. Every Marshall has to pass electromagnetic testing. No weird hums, no cell phone interference ruining your solo. Custom foam cradles each amp, whether it's heading to Brazil or Japan. Built to handle shipping abuse. Here's what they don't tell you. Marshall doesn't just make amps, they manufacture tribes. That wall of sound? It's really a wall of carefully engineered identity. Hendrix, Clapton, Slash, they didn't just buy Marshalls. They joined a brotherhood Marshall deliberately created. That Marshall versus Fender rivalry? It's not about tone, it's about tribal identity. And that artificial war has made both companies billions.
I'm still healing.
hand-wired purists swear their amps breathe better. Here's what Marshall won't advertise. Blind A/B tests show most guitarists can't actually hear the difference. That vintage mojo? It's mostly in your head. But they've been selling that story for decades because it justifies charging 3 times more for the same circuit. Every design choice is psychological warfare. That logo placement? Calculated for maximum impact. The weight, the look, that signature growl, all designed to make you feel like you belong to something exclusive. Marshall figured out early they weren't selling amplifiers. They were selling membership cards. From sawdust to stadium thunder, Jim Marshall's Little Shop rebellion to walls of sound that shake continents. 60 years of obsession built into every piece. Want the truth? Materials cost £28. Labor adds maybe $200. The other $1,500? Pure brand tax. You're not paying for better components. You're paying for the right to say, I play Marshall. And you know what? Guitarists line up to pay it. Because this isn't just manufacturing. This is legend preservation. Where rebellion meets psychology. Where attitude gets amplified into pure desire. Every Marshall isn't just built. It's engineered to make you want it, whether you need it or not.